we go. There we go. There we go, guys. Number 3. Yeah. Look at that right there. Check out that fatty. There we go. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. All right, guys, pinhook fishing outing number 2 for 2023. Sorry about the stiff south wind. We're gonna see what's lurking in here. Gonna keep testing some of these baits. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support. So my name's Alan, and I primarily make fishing videos, but I make all kinds of videos, and I do it for fun, you know, just to get out and enjoy my, I guess it's a hobby, sport, pastime. Anyway, so it's a chilly, drizzly day today. I'm gonna try to get to this other side, so I've got the wind at my back and it won't cheese up the microphone so bad. Oh, I've got tons of fish in this. I may hit this spot right here first. Hey, I got my usual gear with me. 2 ultralights. Let me get that down. I've got my bass rod. So I've got the craw. I may toss this little spinner. This little MEP spinner size 1 first. I got this on my little Lewis Speed Spin 100, that new one I got. Oh, look at that, country mile. I guess the temperature's like 48 degrees. Oh, check it out, a couple of mallards cruising and landing. So this is a farm pond. It used to be way in the heck out in the country, but now it's urban sprawl is starting to catch up. So at some point houses are going to be all out there, but this is still a good place to fish. I've caught a monster bass in here, not once, but a couple of times. Yeah, sorry for the wind, guys. I've got the dead cat on the GoPro, but you know how it is. I think anybody that follows these outdoor channels knows that the wind is just gonna be there. So I do have the Rapala countdown, and I may get on that dock and just heave that sucker out there, because the deepest point is dead ahead. So we know there's crappie in here because I've caught those. There's bass, all kinds of good stuff. Anyway, so hopefully your 2023, your fishing's been going well. All your outdoor stuff, whatever you've been doing. I'm excited. I love how I did the channel name change to Pinhook Fishing. Can't wait to get up into the Pinhook area this summer, do some fishing. Hey, a shout out goes to my uncle, and ooh, we got some ripples over there. My uncle and 2 of my cousins are out over in Colorado on a big hunt. So they're cleaning up coyotes out there. They love calling them in, and it's these early morning, midday and afternoon hunts. Oh, I see what that is. It's a turtle. So best of luck to them out there coyote hunting. All right, I'm gonna move over to this little stretch right here, and then start chucking the Rapala countdown. All right, guys, so on this rig, I got the 6-foot ugly stick, and I'm just letting that Rapala sink. It's a little countdown size 3. And then I just do a slow crank. And just let the lure do the work. Oh yeah, that looks good. The water is a little murky. Usually it's clearer than this. But we did have some rain coming in the wee hours of the night, and I think it kind of clouded things up a little. Water temps like in the mid 50s, because it's been really warm for about 2 weeks now. All right, boys, we're hooked up right here, in close. Oh, it's a nice little crappie on the Trout Magnet Craw. Check that out. It's a nice little crappie. He was in shallow, right there, just right in here close. There he goes. So I've been throwing the Rapala countdown, and then I switched to my old standby, just on a little float. And you guys have seen me use this tons. Oops, some cabbage on here. You guys have seen me use this over and over again. Pick one of these up. You'll even get decent sized bass to hit on it. So don't think just because it's small, you know, you're not going to catch anything on it. And I was just bouncing along, came in right in here along the shore, and pow, he popped it. So on this one I got 4-pound line, and I've got the Speed Spin, the other Speed Spin 100. This one's all beat up and banged up. The one that's got the spinner is my new one. There we go. Now maybe you can see it. For ultralight, this is my rig. That's a decent sized little crappie. The biggest one I think I've caught in here. When he was hungry, he just hammered that. Okay guys, so when I'm fishing this, I just give it a little twitches here and there, especially since we're in the colder months. And then I'll do a slow crank, and then I kind of just let it sit there, and then I'll twitch it a little bit, bring in a couple of slow cranks. And so I just keep doing that to entice a bite. They're lethargic, so they need a little bit of a head start, I guess you could say, or a little bit of simplicity. And if you're just starting out in fishing, which probably you're not, or if you got somebody that you're working with that is, or kids, this is just such a great way to start. Same thing with that Rapala countdown. Just have them throw it out there and crank it real slow, or just float fishing with a worm. And if you want to get off the worm and move up to something else, just like a little small plastic and just jig it along. We're hooked up, boys. It's a nice little bass. I thought he was going to lose him in the weeds there. There we go. Just cruising the shoreline. There he is. Not too bad. Just right out there. Same thing what I was doing before. Just bringing that along real slow. And he just popped it. NFL playoffs are here. Some big games. I got viewers from all over the country and also all over some from other parts of the world. But I got to tell you, a bunch of them are Cowboys fans. It's going to be tough to win in San Francisco. I hope we get a win out of there, but it kind of reminds me of the back in the day rivalry that we had with them. And then what do we got? Philly and New York. And then we got the AFC with those games. Man. Drop a comment. Who do you think is going to do what? I'm hoping Dallas wins, but you know how it goes. Cautiously optimistic. The thing is, I can't believe that Minnesota fell apart like that. Crazy stuff. It's weird not to have the Packers in there. So maybe Aaron Rodgers' run is coming to an end there, but I think he's got a lot of football left in him. He's just got to be a little more team-oriented. Ooh, there we go, there we go. There we go, boys. There we go. Fish on. Ooh, it's a little slick nickel. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is a very interesting catch. Ooh. It's a little green sunfish. I gotta help this guy out. He's got like a little growth on his fin plate here. Right there. I don't think you guys can see, but hang on, little buddy. Let me try to help you out. Oh. Whew. All right, I don't know if you can see, but he's got like a little bit of fungus right there on both sides, but he's just a little warmouth, little green sunfish. There you go, buddy. I tried to scrape some of it off, but it's on there too thick. All right. Boy, he popped that just right in there. Let's keep it going. It's acting like the sun wants to come out here pretty soon. Boy, it's just a drizzly kind of a rainy day. Anyway, so what I was saying, drop a comment who you're going for, what your thoughts are on the playoffs. I kind of like how things shaped up where there's a bunch of young quarterbacks. What'd they say? They're all in their 20s. So that'll be kind of cool. I kind of like, I do like Joe Burrow. It's good to see Cincinnati doing stuff after all these years. And of course, I like Patrick Mahomes because that's where I went to college, Texas Tech. Yeah, what about Kingsbury getting fired in Arizona and he took off to Thailand? Oof. He's kind of a soft-spoken guy, but he just knows his football. The thing is, what is he? I mean, people around here in Texas and the Texas Tech faithful, they're always going to support him. I'd like to see him go back to college and put a team together and make a run for it. Not to say he wouldn't succeed in the NFL, but he just seems like the college game is just so perfect for him with the air raid offense. The old Leach offense. It's kind of sad, man. I took that pretty bad when Leach died. He's just such an innovator with the air raid, and every team pretty much runs it now. The pros, same thing. All right, so we got what, 3 species? A crappie, bass, and a green sunfish, a little warmouth. Hit his winter colors. I know there's some big bass lurking in here. I've caught a couple times some big old fatties a little bit further down, so I'll start working that way. Ooh, we had something just bust the surface there. That might have been a big bass hunting. Scared up some of those little guys. Ooh, little cat and mouse. I had something come up and thump it, and that was it. Nothing else. Alright, so I'm trying to along this edge here now. There's that silly turtle over there. Just same thing, just kind of slowly bringing it through. Giving it some twitches. Oh, check that out, guys. There's a sandhill crane right there. 2 of them. Boy, it took him a bit to get moving. He started hopping, didn't get in the air, hopped a little more, and then finally he got airborne. All right, guys, so I've been thinking about getting a kayak. Not a big pedal one, nothing over 10 feet. So if you know anything about kayaks, give me a nice recommendation. One for fishing and one that I can stand in and deal with pike and all that kind of stuff. The issue is, do I want to pay the little storage thing when I'm down here in Texas? Or I could store it up in Iowa, but that's the deal, is I'd bring it out to places down here. So I got to think about that. And it doesn't have to be like a super cheap kayak. I just want a nice one that... The other thing, I thought about getting like an old town canoe and putting some outriggers on there for stability, but we'll see. I guess I should start thinking about it now, huh? We're getting close to the spring and summer. All right, guys, I went all the way down there. Now I'm making my way back. And there's just nothing going on, but boy, it is starting to get awfully chilly. We got to be down into the low 40s now. But I've used the Rapala Countdown, the MEP Spinner, the Craw, the Berkeley Twitch Shad, that little Twitch Minnow thing. Nothing. So I may go back into that little cove over there, and where the fish were biting earlier, may just keep working that. The turtles are still popping up here and there, but nothing else. Nobody's out here today, really. Sometimes I'll see guys catfishing, but Not today. Especially with a stiff wind. It's a wind straight out of the southeast, but it feels like it's a north wind, as chilly as it is. Alright guys, let me show you what I got with me today. Carrying with me, I got the Rangergrip 78. So I've been using this to cut line for re-rigging. If you never picked one up, pick it up. It's got this kind of rubberized handle on there, and I've done some reviews on it, but man, this blade is phenomenal. It's all you need if you're looking for a multi-tool kind of a thing. And I've got a little lanyard on it, and then of course I've got this little sheath, you can put it on your belt loop. But I always have this one around somewhere in the truck when I'm fishing. So if you're thinking about picking up something, what do they call them? EDCs, everyday carry. My bushcraft buddies they know. They're always layered up with different knives, from big camp knives to stuff like this. But check it out. If you know, the prices go up and down, it can be anywhere between $40 and $70, and it's good stuff. I think the next one I'm going to pick up is going to be a Mora Garberg. I just hadn't done that yet. All right, I took the float off, and I'm going to throw the craw in here a little bit. And I'm just bouncing it along the bottom here. I may have to go check out an urban creek that my sister gave me, this newspaper listing of the cool places to fish around the town that I live in, like the Metroplex, places I didn't even know. And there's one little kind of an urban creek thing I may go check out. The question is, ooh, almost had it. Is he there? Dang it. I lost him, crying out loud. It might have been one of those little warmouths. But anyway, this little creek that's around here, we hadn't had much rain, so I'm gonna have to see what the depth is in it. I think I'm gonna pack it up here in just a minute, guys. Go get some sugar-free root beer. I know, don't knock it till you try it. I gotta watch my sugar levels. I put on a few pounds, so now I gotta get back to trying to get the lard off, so I gotta keep working on that. One of my friends was telling me to do like a daily or weekly post on the weight loss. I don't know, I never really thought about doing that before. I guess it's popular, a lot of people do that. The thing is that the more I think about it, then the less weight I lose. But I tell you what, when I was in Spain, all that walking, good grief, and that one of my bags is like a big military duffel bag, military grade type deal, and it didn't have any wheels on it, and lugging that thing, and then I had that big bushcraft backpack on the back. I was hauling a lot of gear. Boy, I lost quite a few pounds. I think I must have lost about 20 pounds. And then guess what? I put it back on right when I get back here for Christmas. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up from here. I may talk a little bit more about some things that are coming up. But if not, hey, I'll catch you later. Hope all your fishing endeavors are going wonderfully this winter, and then spring's right around the corner. It's going to be a lot of crappie activity. I know I've got a couple of trips planned. One may involve camping, but definitely some spring fishing coming up for me. I already got my spots all picked out, ready to go. One of them, I think I'm gonna just stay the night there and then fish it for a couple of days and see what I come up with. See how that plan goes. All right, guys, until next time, I'll see you then. Hey, thanks for supporting the channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for your support. Hey, we're growing slowly, but we're growing. You know, I don't do this professionally, I do it for fun, but it's nice to see, you know, it grow. All right, catch you guys later. Bye-bye. All right, guys, a little quick lure talk here. Thanks for watching that video. A couple species picked up there, 3 of them. I had a pretty good time. All right, I'm at the Mr. Twister site. Hey, if you hadn't picked up the newsletter, go ahead and pick one up. You can get it with this in the MEPS catalog. 50 years, Mr. Twister. Okay, let's take a look. You've got lure kits, knives, all kinds of different things, bargain bin. We're going to go to the lures. So I've tested the Twister Mite before. I'm very curious about this Ned Ringer. It's going to come down if I'm going to put an order for these in, but for sure I'm going to go with the Sassy Shads. This one right here. I've been thinking about grabbing one of these. So you can see there's different colors in here. It's going to come down to a pack of these and really just checking out the colors here. I already like that one. This bluegill color. Look at this. You can get up to 3-inch, 4-inch quantity. Of course, all the typical stuff. And it tells you how much you're going to get in there. And they always have testimonials here. So I've been really looking at this. The other one I've been looking at is this Ned Ringer. And this you just put a little, one of those little Ned rig setups on the front end of that, and it'll just bounce along. Let's take a look at this green pumpkin. Yeah, that looks good. June bug. I don't know about that. So I may be doing a purchase for this coming here pretty soon. And of course, one that I've already tested extensively. Where is it? This one right here. The double tail. Just in the solid black. I think I've switched it up and picked up white maybe, or yellow. One of these. It wasn't electric chicken, but I don't know what it was. Oh, it was this chartreuse color. Anyway, so I used this and I rigged it up with up on a beetle spin. But it gives you a little bit of information here. It talks about it. And if you get to jig heads and spinners, this right here, the jig spinners, it's kind of their version of a beetle spin, and all the way up to size 4. And I've used theirs and a beetle spin, and it works great. No complaints. Read the testimonials. So I matched those two up, and it works out pretty good. All right, so we're going to take a look at one other item that I've been real curious about purchasing. Oh yeah, and it also has your, just like MEPS does, oops, photo catches, people post them in there. So if you're catching stuff on their lures, put it up here so people can see. All right. We'll be right back. Let me check something here. Okay, so here we go. Made it back to Arkie Lures. It's got some great products here. So let's take a look at these plastics. This little sexy tail shad right here. This is the other one I've been looking at. Not the Ozark shad. What was that color? Dang it. Am I going to have to go through every single one of these to find it? That's it, the Tennessee shad right there. This color right here is phenomenal. And you got your 2-inch size, that's all it comes in, but look at the price on this. You can get 15 or you can get 100 in a pack. If you get 100, 18 bucks. So this is the other one I've been really taking a look at to get. See if I can get this in camera view. And it's got a real lively tail. So it's going to come down between this and the Sassy Shad. So I hadn't made up my mind yet. But let me show you something else. These bass jigs. I've used a lot of these pitching, flipping jigs, finesse jigs or whatever. And to me, these are the best. They're hand tied. And these little muddlers are fantastic also. So I've caught some fish on those in some of the videos. But these guys and the color selection is great. I picked this one. I've used that one. I've used this guy right here, the natural brown. So check these out. And look at $386. I mean, it's just can't beat the price on it. Check out these little guys. I've got this one right here. Now what I do on this is I trim the weed guard at an angle a little bit. Just a little bit. So it covers it, but it's not going to impede the hook set. And so I've never had an issue with this color right here and this one. It's brown green and this green orange almost looks like a bluegill or a yellow perch in the water. And this guy right here with just a touch of green. So check these out. Look at this. It's $4.35, guys. These are great prices from Arkie Lures. All right, that's going to do it for our... Here you can kind of read about it, how they hand tie everything. But that's going to be it for our little lure talk. Those are the ones I've been eyeing. I hadn't bought anything yet, so I got to think about it a little bit more, and then I'll make a decision. All right, guys. Till next time, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.